6.1 Ratios and rates. Objective: find the ratio and unit rates. Okay, let's first focus on the first vocabulary word, ratio. It just means using division to compare two quantities, such as 5 centimeters to 1 minute. We can write ratios in 3 different ways. So the first way is to simply write A to B with the word to in between A and B. And the second way is to put a colon in between the letters A and B. Okay? And the third way is to write it as a fraction, A over B. No matter which way it's written, each ratio is always read as the ratio of A to B. And you should always write your ratio in simplest form. Guided practice. As I go through the guided practice, I will explain the other vocabulary words, equivalent ratio, rate, and unit rate in more detail. Okay. Part A. Tell whether the ratio is in simplest form. If not, then write it in simplest form. And then show the ratio in 2 other ways. So 9 to 12. I know 9 to 12 is not in simplest form. So I need to divide both the numerator and the denominator by its GCF of 3. So 3 to 4. Or 3 colon 4. Or 3 over 4. Okay? And I have my 3 answers. And for 20 to 25, same thing. The ratio is not in simplest form. So I can divide the numerator and the denominator by 5. So your answer would be 4 colon 5, 4 to 5, or 4 over 5. And all 3 ratios are read as the ratio of 4 to 5. Part B. Order the ratios from least to greatest. Okay, I'm going to use a number line to help me. You are not required to use a number line. It's easier for me to show you using a number line. Okay. I need to make this line longer because I have fractions that will go beyond 5, or I mean ratios. Okay, so 4 over 2 would just be 2. 11 to 2 would be, let's see, 5.5. Yeah. And 22 to 3 will be 7 1/3. So it's probably around right here. 7 1/3. And 30 to 4 will be 7.5. So it's bigger than 22 to 3. So I'm going to use the original ratio. 30 to 4, and then 36 to 5 is 7 1/5. Yeah. And that's smaller than 22 to 3, so I'll put it here. Okay, now I can write my answer. And I'm going to express my answers, or write my answers in all ratio form, because that's what we're focusing on for this lesson. Okay, and 36 to 5, and what else? 22 to 3, and 30 over 4. Part C, find the unit rate. Okay, before I explain what unit rate means, I'm going to review what the word rate means. The rate just means a ratio of 2 quantities measured in different units, such as words to minutes, as we have in this problem down here. Okay? So if we put the word unit before the word rate, okay, right here, then it will become a rate that has a denominator of 1 when expressed as a fraction. So when I ask you to find a unit rate and you're given a problem like 140 words over 4 minutes, then you will have to change the denominator to 1. And how do we do that? Let me enlarge this. Okay, so 4 minutes in the denominator. To make that 1, we need to divide by 4, okay, to get 1. And for the numerator, we would do the same thing. 140 words divided by 4, and we get 35. So to write my final answer, I would write 35 words per minute, and that would be my unit rate. And the same thing goes for here. Divide by 7 to get 1. Share in the denominator, and divide by 7 here to get $23 in the numerator. So $23 per share will be your unit rate. Part D asks you to find the equivalent ratio or equivalent rate. It's okay. Just put in ratio here, okay? And up here for the definition, an equivalent ratio means the ratios that have the same value. So down here in part D, 5 centimeters to 1 minute equals to a question mark centimeter over 1 hour. Obviously, minute and hour are not the same value. We need to make it the same. Okay? So to make it the same, I need to change 1 hour to minutes. So 1 hour equals 60 minutes. So I'm going to rewrite this ratio down here. Okay, instead of 1 hour, I'm going to write 60 minutes. So I have the same value or same unit in the denominator. So 1 times 60 in the denominator, 5 times 60, so 300 centimeters be my answer. And the same thing goes for here. 1 hour equals how many seconds? To change hours to seconds, I need to multiply by 3,600. Okay. So seconds. Okay, so here I can consider this as multiplying the denominator by 3,600. So I need to do the same thing to the numerator to get 18,000 meters. Okay, and for the next problems, I noticed that my denominators are already the same, okay? So I only have to worry about the numerator. I need to change them to the same value, so maybe it will be easier for me to change pounds to ounces. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So I'll just have to take 3 times 16 to get 48 ounces. That's my answer. Okay, for the first word problem, drinks. A restaurant sells drinks in 3 sizes of cups, small, medium, and large. So I already listed all the information down beforehand to save time. So the small cup costs 89 cents per 9 ounces, and the medium cup costs $1.29 per 12 ounces, and the large cup costs $1.59 and it holds 15 ounces. And the question is, which size cup costs the least per ounce? So, and remember, least per ounce just means the unit rate. Okay, and you need to make your denominators 1. So to do that, I'm just going to divide by 9, divide by 12 for the medium cup, and divide by 15 for the large cup. And after dividing 89 cents into 9, I should get about 0.098 repeating. And after dividing $1.29 by 12, I should get $1.075. And the same goes for the large cup. And you should get about $1.06. So as you can see, The small cup costs the least per ounce. So your answer should be the small cup. Find the ratio of the area of the shaded region to the area of the unshaded region. Okay, the figures are composed of squares and triangles. Okay, so I'm going to let the ratio equal the shaded area over the unshaded area. So the shaded area is just a triangle, so to find the area, I would do half times the base times the height, which is half s squared. And the unshaded area, I would first need to take s squared, which is the area of the entire square, and subtract it from the area of the triangle, half s squared, to get the white region. Okay, so the square, the triangle, and the green triangle. How about that? The green triangle, and the big square, and then the white little triangles. Okay, WT stands for white triangle. Okay, so half s squared, I'll just copy that, and 1 minus half would just be half, and then like terms s squared, and we can cancel to get 1, 2, 1, which is your ratio, and that's it.